Hello, Planeswalkers! Tyler and Andrew here, bringing you yet another Commander Countdown. In honor of the spooky month, Andrew and I decided to look at our favorite commanders in one of the scarier color combos, the home of zombies, demons, devils, vampires, and all things that go bump in the night, the Red-Black Rakdos. Remember, these are our personal favorites, so be sure to tell us yours down in the comments section below. And without further ado, let's get on to the countdown. Taking my number 5 spot is Zancha, Sleeper Agent. I'm not very subtle in letting people know that I like the weird and wacky when it comes to my magic cards, and if I can find weird stuff in black border, it's even better. Zancha's ability to immediately give herself to an opponent on entry may not be entirely unique, but her position as a political tool is what the very social contract of Commander is built on. Sure, you're giving a creature to an opponent, thus technically increasing their board presence, but the fact that she allows anyone to pay some mana for her to hurt her controller, to draw cards, as well as her inability to attack you, can do a real good job at deflecting blame that rightfully does belong to you. I mean, you're playing Black-Red. People should expect you to be underhanded, but now, the lucky person who controls Zancha has everyone at the table to deal with. Plus, if they're a masochist, they could always pay the 3 to shock themselves for a card. That's just value. You're welcome.
Kill him with cuteness. Vile Smasher, the Fierce, is my number 5 choice, and they're just adorable. I can't say that about most goblins in this game. The chaotic nature of their ability to hit a random opponent when you cast your first spell each turn is just great fun. I long for the perfect world where you drop Emrakul and hit someone for 13 damage, just cuz. You can't spell slaughter without laughter. Mogis is my number 4 pick, and is a choice partly born from my love of mythology. That's not to say I don't enjoy the idea of this commander. His ability to burn your opponents on each of their turns unless they sack a creature means he's always putting the pressure on.
My number 4 pick is what happens when you want the table to know your intentions right out the gate, and that's Rakdos the Defiler. Basically fitting one of my favorite stat lines of a 6/6, even though he's technically a 7/6, but hey, let me have this. Demon for 6 mana with trample and flying. It's gonna be real easy for Rakdos to start punching people in the jaw. Sure, it'll cost you half of your non-demon permanents, rounded up of course, but Raki D spreads the love to whoever he hits by making them follow suit. Here's the funny thing though. The moniker of non-demon permanent tends to put people into a false sense of ease, since the non-demon portion makes them think, oh okay, I'll lose some creatures, but I'm still in this. Then it dawns on them. Most lands aren't demons. Enchantments aren't demons. Artifacts aren't demons. Non-demon creatures also aren't demons. When he connects, your opponent is basically forced to Thanos snap their own board, while you're left with, may I remind you, a 7/6 flying trample demon. Slap some lightning greaves or swiftfoot boots on that bad boy and watch your opponent's boards crumble to your inevitability. Have enough of Rakdos yet? I sure hope not, because he's back again at my number 3 spot. This time in his newest incarnation, the Showstopper. Falling into a similar category of weird and unique effects that I put Zancha into, the newest Rakdos lets you play a little minigame with every non-demon, non-imp, and non-devil on the battlefield. Flip a coin, lose the flip, and your time in the spotlight is done. Win the flip, and you can stick around to take in Rakdos' majesty. I keep him higher than Zancha because you actually get to keep this creature when it comes into play rather than improve an opponent's board. And not to mention, I still get deniability on killing people's creatures. Sorry, I didn't want to kill your big scary boss monster, it's just how the coin works. We still cool, right? But no, we're never cool. Never again. It also helps that it's incredibly easy to stack the odds in your favor by exclusively running creatures that Rakdos won't touch, or things that like to die.
Kolaghan, the Storm's Fury, is my 3rd pick. This lightning dragon is mainly on the list for its visual design, hitting some of the same design elements as Niv Mizzet, but lankier and darker. While Kolaghan is better in the 99 of my number 1 pick on this list, it ain't bad as far as dragon commanders go. The more dragons you attack with, the bigger they all get. He really lives up to the title of Storm's Fury. Kroxa is my number 2 pick. As stated earlier, I'm a sucker for Greek-inspired things, and it doesn't get any more Greek-inspired than Theros. Kroxa is a terrifying titan covered in Malazan teeth. Teeth. Sorry. Got a little worked up there. And the ability to force your opponents to discard cards. My Kroxa deck in paper is Red-Black Mill and Discard, which feels a lot nicer to play than Blue-Black Mill does.
Making an appearance at number 2 on the list is my obligatory Tyler really likes to focus on a single tribe selection. And for this spot, it's none other than Olivia Voldaren. Vampires are definitely in my top 5 favorite creature tribes, and I don't think any legendary vampire out there hits all the right chords in the way that Olivia does. From her mechanical ability to ping things and take control of them, to the flavor implications of her biting a creature's neck, turning them, and bringing them under her control, Olivia stands out as a pillar of not needing to give up playability for story and vice versa. She may not be the most mana-efficient commander out there, but she's fun, she's strong, and she's got a repeatable source of chip damage for if, say, your co-host is trying to go off with a whole bunch of 1/1 locusts. You know, that relatable scenario. Well, we covered his other 2 forms, so it's only fitting that my number 1 spot goes to the middle incarnation of Rakdos, the Lord of Riots. While being a 4-mana 6/6 flying trampler is enough to make me drool, he does come with the caveat of someone needing to have bled before he can be cast. I'm really hoping we'll have access to removal and bird damage in black and red, but we'll, have to see. Once he does hit the field though, you can get discounts on your creatures the likes of which you've only ever dreamed about. For every 1 life lost from amongst your opponents, he'll shave 1 generic mana off the casting cost of your creatures this turn. And, what's big, scary, threatening, and generically colorless? Eldrazi. Deal enough damage in a single turn, and you can start casting big titans and other powerful Spagooter monsters for the low price of literally no mana. You ever cast an Ulamog, a Void Winnower, and a Desolation Twin all in the same turn for no mana? I'm here to tell you, heaven is real and it's filled with demons and pasta.
At number 1, I went with Bladewing the Risen. Good old Rakdos dragons. In short, I love the idea of playing an army of dragons to pump up and swing into my enemies. It doesn't hurt that Bladewing returns the dragon to the field when he enters. Plus, just look at his design. Zombie Dragon is such a cool typing.
And there are our favorite commanders in the Rakdos color combination. Did we pick any of your favorites? Did we leave any of your favorites off the list? Be sure to let us know down in the comment section below. Toss us a like, maybe sub, and ring that little notification bell so you never miss an upload. I've been Tyler, with Andrew, and be sure to have a very safe October. Later, y'all.